The Australian National Botanic Gardens is home to the world's most comprehensive display of living Australian plants. We're growing over 4,000 different species here, almost 1/5 of the Australian flora. In fact, it's the only place in Australia you can experience that level of diversity of living plants in any single location. While visitors can enjoy these beautiful displays of native plants and gardens, behind the scenes is a vast array of research, discovery, and conservation work that plays a vital role in conserving our native flora. And with an increasing number of native plant species under threat, this work has never been more important. While all botanic gardens are established in part to enable plant research, the Australian National Botanic Gardens is an internationally renowned scientific institution. Here at Black Mountain, specialist teams based at the gardens and next door at the CSIRO work together to research and document Australia's biodiversity. To study and maintain plant populations, conserve rare and threatened species, and provide specimens and information for scientists across Australia and around the world. Working in partnership with plant conservation organisations, land managers, and other botanic gardens, they provide expertise and a national focus for research and conservation, working on projects across Australia. Through the National Seed Bank, the Gardens has a critical conservation role, collecting and providing long-term storage of Australian plant species, particularly those that are rare and threatened. It also has a national and international reputation for developing new knowledge about seed biology and ecology to enable the conservation of threatened Australian plants. And with an estimated 70% of germination cues for Australian flora still not known, the research done here with partners and universities is vital for protecting and preserving threatened species. The Gardens Nursery team works closely with the National Seed Bank and partner organisations on research, using the stored collections and germination protocols to test cultivation and seed orcharding techniques. And where seeds are in limited supply or simply not available, they work with living samples of leaves and shoots, collected by garden staff and volunteers in the field, propagating them in a range of purpose-built facilities here on site. As experts in growing plants that are poorly known and highly threatened, they develop innovative cultivation techniques. And to ensure that each plant's viability and genetic diversity can be tracked and studied, strict hygiene and data protocols are followed at every stage of their work. Many of the plants cultivated in the nursery from seeds and cuttings are provided to the living collection team to secure the species here in the grounds. This provides an invaluable resource for researchers who can study them here rather than visiting ecologically sensitive sites. Like putting together the missing pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, this process of germinating, cultivating and growing threatened plants here on site builds understanding about how to care for them here in the gardens, how to care for them in the wild, and ultimately how to secure their future. In some cases, plants propagated in the nursery are returned to their natural habitat as part of replanting programs to renew wild populations. This is particularly important as the number of species remaining in the wild may be so small that just one bushfire or extreme weather event could lead to their extinction. Importantly, every seed or cutting that's collected can be traced to its original source, the plant or population it came from in the wild, and its precise location, through carefully preserved specimens stored in the Australian National Herbarium. This collection of over 1.2 million specimens is a record of plant biodiversity in Australia, spanning 2 centuries. Ranging from specimens collected by Joseph Banks and Daniel Solander to those collected each week by gardens and herbarium staff and volunteers. The Australian National Herbarium is a valuable data source, mapping the distribution of Australian plants over time. And it ensures that scientists and researchers can be confident of the origin and the identity of plants in the collection, providing the foundation for their work. These close links between the Australian National Herbarium, the National Seed Bank, and the Gardens, Nursery and Living Collections teams puts the Australian National Botanic Gardens in a unique position to help study, conserve and secure Australia's threatened plant species, now and into the future.